Good morning or good afternoon, sir. My name is Chamei Jin, and this is my presentation for my B3CCM assignment. So to begin with, this is the theme and genre that my group has chosen, which is cyberpunk and futuristic, and also open world RPG, which our main inspiration is from Cyberpunk 2077. And moving on, I'll start off by introducing my human character design. So my human character is Kinzoshi. So Kinzoshi, why Kinzoshi? Firstly, the name is derived from two words, which is kinzoku and shi. Kinzoku is metal in Japanese because Kinzoshi is half human, half robot. So there are some parts of Kinzoshi that's now metal, hence kinzo. And also, shi means four in Japanese, and shi is because Kinzoshi is the fourth child in their family, hence the name. So for Kinzoshi, they are a bit special because Kinzoshi is actually gender neutral, hence why I'll be using they them pronouns instead of using he she pronouns. And also the backstory behind Kinzoshi on like why Kinzoshi is now half human and half robot is because they went through a lot of body modifications, and their body is now basically better and stronger than any super soldiers. So the main weapon used for Kinzoshi is blasters in the hand. And moving on would be the complete model sheet for Kinzoshi. So this is the complete model sheet, and it is drawn in Procreate. So moving on would be the development process, which firstly the modeling is done in ZBrush, and almost the entire model is made from scratch. So firstly I started by using polysphere to create the torso, and then from the torso I extracted the arms and the legs and made them into cylindrical shapes to imitate the shape of actual arms and legs. And then I extracted the shirt and the ankle over here using the same process as well. And then instead of making the head and the hand and the feet myself, I imported those from the presets, which is the demo anime head preset and also super average man preset. So after that I also did some more adjustments, which is I extracted the hair from the anime head, and then there are pipes from the side and the back of Kinzoshi, which are created using curved tube, and the blasters were created using IMM primitives, and the eyeball were created using polysphere. And for the eye that's more bionic in comparison, the details are done using IMM primitives. So before I continue, let me just quickly show you my human model in ZBrush. So this is my model in ZBrush, and also here are the subtools of each of the things that was done. So coming back to my presentation, next would be the texturing, which is done in Substance Painter. So mostly I use metallic textures for Kinzoshi because, well, they are half robot, and also different colors are used to indicate the different parts of the body. So like the legs, the arms, each have different colors. And also the face remain as a skin texture because this is to indicate that Kinzoshi is still partially human. And for the eyes and the blasters, I used emissive materials to add in details to show that they are glowing. And this is the inspiration for my character. So moving on would be the Sidekick character design, which is called Nirei. So Nirei is derived from Ni and Rei, which is 2 and 0 in Japanese. So the backstory behind Nirei, which is an ex-military cat robot, is that Nirei was a successful experiment that was mysteriously abandoned. And then one day Kinzoshi found Nirei and fixed Nirei up, and now remains as Kinzoshi's sidekick. So the weapons used by Nirei is also blasters, similar to Kinzoshi. So this is the complete model sheet for Nirei, which is also drawn in Procreate. So for the development process for Nirei, everything is made from scratch in ZBrush. So I started off by using polycubes, and also same goes for every body part. It's all polycube, which are extracted and remove some parts, and also mainly using IMM primitives, standard brush, polish, and trim dynamic. So starting from the head, which was created using polycube, I removed some parts and then added indentations by using standard brush, and then added definitions using polish and trim dynamic. And then the additional parts like the side here and the eyes were done using IMM primitives, and the ears were done by masking the parts and then moving using the move brush. And as for the body parts, firstly a polycube is created for the top body first, and then after creating the details I then duplicate them and then make sure that there's 3 sections here, and then the rest are done using IMM primitives and the details are added using trim dynamic. So for the texturing for Nirei, it's entirely using gold damage to get a damaged gold material. But instead of using the standard gold color, I decided to go for a pinkish color because I wanted a rose gold color. And different shades of the same color were used for each part, so you can see from the head to the feet, they are actually light to dark color. And then for the glowing parts like the joints and also the eyes and the blasters, I use emissive materials to indicate them. And this is the inspiration for Nirei. And here is Nirei in ZBrush. So this is my Sidekick character in ZBrush. So moving on back to my slides. So for the critical comments and analysis, the main problems that I faced uh, during this assignment is the weird shape of the torso, because actually I was using mouse in comparison to using a tablet, so I couldn't really and because I'm not really good in drawing, so when I first started, the torso had a really weird shape. It's like there but not quite. So after several adjustments, I can finally get it to work. And one more thing would be the details. So because our models are supposed to be low poly, so some details were lost while making my models into low poly. Example here. So this is the final development process, which is importing my models into 3ds Max, and this is what it looks like in 3ds Max, and this is what it looks like after rendering. So let me just quickly show you. So here I'll be presenting my turntable animation. And that is it for my presentation today. Thank you very much, and thank you, sir, for teaching us, and thank you for the guidance given throughout the assignment.